Over the last year, I developed the ability to speak clearly and without hesitation, all without a single formal language or personality class. This change came from a daily habit I built around watching the 30-year-old Mahabharat TV series. Before this, my experiences in social settings were defined by anxiety. Whenever a senior colleague or a fluent speaker addressed me, I felt a physical pressure to respond and a mental blankness that made it impossible to find the right words. I operated under the assumption that someone's command of English was a direct indicator of their intelligence, and because my command was weak, I felt inherently less capable. I had spent time studying vocabulary, but in the moments where it mattered, that knowledge did not translate into speech. I lacked the internal certainty required to actually use what I knew. By applying a specific method of active translation to this series, you can begin to automate the transition from thinking in one language to speaking in another, while observing how to maintain your composure in social interactions. To begin, you will need to pull up an episode of the original series and enable the English closed captioning. This starts the first step of a 3-part loop. Listen carefully as the character delivers their line in Hindi. Immediately pause the video. Before you look at the screen, force yourself to construct that same sentence in English. Now, check the subtitle. You are verifying your internal translation against the actual text to see exactly how the sentence is structured. In the beginning, your mental translations will likely be incorrect every single time. This is expected. The value of this practice is in the repetition of the attempt. By constantly forcing the translation and seeing the correction, the brain eventually begins to handle the transition from Hindi to English as a background process. The language practice works in tandem with 5 pillars of behavior we can extract by observing the characters in the story. The first pillar is to listen fully before you speak. In the series, even the most skilled warriors wait to absorb information before deciding on a response. This prevents the habit of giving rushed, panicked answers. If you are unsure of what was said, do not guess. Simply say, "I apologize. Could you please explain that one more time?" This creates space for you to think and ensures you are answering correctly. The second pillar is about the nature of power. Many people assume that speaking quickly and loudly demonstrates high confidence. The series shows true influence often belongs to the person who remains calm. Controlling your emotional reaction allows you to lead a conversation. Mastering these 2 pillars changes how you view silence. Instead of a sign of fear, it becomes a tool for maintaining control over the interaction. The third pillar is universal respect. Treating everyone with equal dignity, regardless of their status, builds a consistent reputation that others naturally respect. The fourth pillar is a commitment to the truth. When you speak truthfully in every situation, you eliminate the cognitive burden of tracking lies. This allows you to speak with a directness that others perceive as fearlessness. The fifth pillar is the ability to set firm boundaries against unethical actions. This involves prioritizing principles over relationship comfort. By standing your ground with those close to you, you demonstrate an unshakable sense of self. When your actions are guided by these internal principles, rather than a desire for approval, social anxiety begins to dissipate. Your confidence is no longer dependent on the reaction of the audience. After just a few months of this daily habit, the feeling of inferiority you once had in difficult conversations will be replaced by a functional command of the language and a more composed presence. To see this result, you must commit to exactly 20 to 30 minutes of this practice every day. Watch one episode, run the translation loop continuously, and choose one behavioral pillar to consciously apply in your interactions throughout the day. Significant personal growth does not require an expensive course. It requires a specific, disciplined practice applied to a story that resonates with your values. Start today and tell me in the comments which lesson from the Mahabharat has had the most impact on you. Like the video and subscribe for more.